Derrick was known in the town of Lutana as the boy who could never settle for one girl. His smile was charming, his words sweet like honey, and his eyes carried mischief that made young women giggle. Mothers warned their daughters about him. Fathers tightened their gates whenever he strolled by. Yet, Derrick never cared. He loved the chase, the thrill of conquering hearts, and then moving on. Derrick, one day you will chase the wrong girl, and your heart will not know peace. His grandmother used to warn him. He would only laugh. Mama, love is a game. I'm only playing until I win. But life had a surprise for him, one he could never imagine. Something more than a game. One humid evening, Derrick walked by the coast, the sunset painting the ocean red and gold. There, on the rocks, sat the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. Her skin glowed like moonlight, her hair flowed down like silk, and her smile froze his steps. She looked lost, delicate, and yet enchanting. "Are you all right?" Derrick asked, approaching her carefully. She turned, her eyes deep and shining like the ocean itself. I just needed some air." From that moment, Derrick's heart betrayed him. He didn't want to chase her like the others. He wanted to know her. He didn't know he was staring at Mira, a mermaid who had transformed into a human to walk the earth. Mira had always been curious about humans. From the depths of the ocean, she watched them laugh, dance, cry, and love. She longed to know what it felt like to be one of them. Against the warnings of her people, she had chosen to come ashore, disguising herself as a human woman. What she didn't expect was to meet Derrick. His charm would have frightened her, but there was something different in the way he looked at her, something that warmed her chest in a way the sea never had. But Mira carried a heavy truth. She could only stay human as long as her heart remained guarded. If she gave her true love to a human, her secret would eventually be revealed. For the first time, Derrick did not flirt and run. He walked Mira home. He bought her roasted corn by the roadside. He listened, really listened to her stories, though she spoke carefully, hiding her true origin. Derrick's friends laughed at him. "You? Sticking with one girl?" One mocked. "You'll tire of her soon," another said. But Derrick shook his head. "She's not like the others." And deep down, he knew it was true. As days turned into weeks, Mira's beauty began to draw attention. The town whispered. Some admired her grace, others envied her. Derrick's old girlfriends threw jealous glances, warning Mira to stay away from him. One evening, Derrick noticed something strange. Mira refused to go near the sea whenever he suggested. She avoided swimming, avoided even dipping her feet. Once, he found her standing at the edge of the beach at midnight, staring at the waves with longing eyes. "Mira, what is it about the sea that draws you so much?" he asked. She smiled faintly. "It's home." But Derrick did not understand what she meant. Not yet. Their love blossomed. They laughed, shared secrets, and teased each other. Mira would blush at his silly jokes, and Derrick would swear no other girl had ever made him feel this way. Yet Mira lived in constant fear. Every time she touched water, even to wash her hands, she worried her scales might show. Every time Derrick held her close, she prayed he wouldn't hear the faint rhythm of the ocean in her heartbeat. The closer they grew, the more dangerous her secret became. One stormy evening, Derrick confessed, "Mira, I don't know why, but I feel like I've finally stopped chasing. You've caught me and I don't want to escape." Mira's chest tightened. Her heart longed to say the same, but her secret threatened to break them apart. "Would you still love me if I wasn't like other women?" she asked softly. Derrick laughed, brushing her hair back. "You're already not like other women, and that's why I love you." Tears pricked Mira's eyes. If only he knew the truth. One night, Derrick followed Mira when she thought he was asleep. He watched her walk to the shore, step into the waves, and disappear. He panicked. Did she drown? He ran, shouting her name. Suddenly, he saw it. Her silhouette beneath the water, her legs replaced by a shimmering tail. He staggered back in shock. His Mira was a mermaid. When Mira returned, water dripping from her hair, Derrick stood waiting. His voice trembled. "Who? What are you?" Mira froze, her secret exposed. Tears fell as she whispered, "I wanted to tell you, but I was afraid. I'm not like other women, Derrick. I'm from the sea." His heart pounded. Confusion, fear, and betrayal battled with the love he felt. "Why didn't you trust me?" he asked. "Because humans fear what they don't understand," she replied. For days, Derrick avoided Mira. His friends noticed his silence, but he couldn't confess. How could he explain he had fallen in love with a mermaid? But at night, her face haunted him. Her laughter, her kindness, the way she had changed him from a flirt into a man capable of love. Finally, he realized, mermaid or not, she was Mira, the woman he loved. Derrick returned to the shore one evening, where Mira sat with tears in her eyes. "I don't care if you have fins, scales, or wings," he said firmly. "I love you, and I'll fight whatever comes with it." Mira's sobs turned into laughter as she threw herself into his arms. But she warned, "Loving me won't be easy. My people will never accept this." "Then let them come," Derrick whispered. "Love is worth it." The sea grew restless. Mira's disappearance had angered her kin. Storms battered Lutana, ships capsized, fishermen swore they saw shadows beneath the waves. One night, a messenger from the deep appeared, a tall figure with glowing blue eyes. "Return to the sea, Mira," he demanded, "or your love will drown with you." Mira clutched Derrick's hand, trembling. "They won't let us be together." But Derrick stood firm. "Then I'll fight for you, even against the ocean." Mira faced a painful decision: return to her people forever, or stay with Derrick and risk both their lives. "Love shouldn't feel like a war," she wept. "But it's a war worth fighting," Derrick replied. For the first time, Mira saw not just a flirtatious boy, but a man willing to sacrifice everything for love. The ocean demanded proof of their love. Mira was summoned to the depths. Derrick, reckless but determined, dove after her. He struggled for breath, but Mira held him close, wrapping her tail around him. A booming voice echoed through the deep. "If his love is true, let him survive the sea." Derrick's lungs burned, but he refused to let go. Mira kissed him, pouring her essence into him, and miraculously he breathed underwater. The sea grew calm. The test was passed. When Derrick and Mira emerged, the storm had cleared. The ocean accepted their bond. Though Mira remained a mermaid, she could walk the land whenever she wished, her love granting her that gift. Derrick had finally stopped chasing. He had found the one heart he could never let go of. And together, man and mermaid, they proved that love, no matter how impossible, could bridge even the deepest of worlds. News spread quickly in Lutana. "Have you seen that girl Derrick is with? They say she appears at night from the sea. Witchcraft, I tell you." The town's whispers grew darker. Mira's presence had stirred suspicion. Some feared her beauty, others envied her grace. Derrick overheard two women gossiping at the market. "She's not normal," one spat. "She'll destroy him." Derrick clenched his fists but kept quiet. He had promised Mira he would protect her, not expose her further. That night, Mira sat quietly, her eyes distant. "They will never understand," she whispered. "Then let them misunderstand," Derrick replied. "They can't change what I feel." Among those who despised Mira most was Cynthia, Derrick's old flame. She had once thought she owned his heart, until Mira appeared and turned him into a faithful man. Cynthia couldn't bear it. "He ignored me." For her? She hissed. She followed them one evening, hiding behind rocks as Derrick and Mira laughed by the shore. She gasped when she saw Mira's reflection in the water, her tail flickering faintly beneath the surface. Aha! So that's her secret. Cynthia smirked. If Derrick won't leave her, I'll make the town chase her away. The next morning, Cynthia stormed into the market square. She's not human, she shouted, pointing at Mira. I saw it with my own eyes. She's a creature of the sea. The crowd gasped. Some laughed, others shivered in fear. Mira froze, her basket of fruits slipping from her hand. Is it true, Derrick? One man asked. Who have you brought among us? Derrick's chest tightened. The stares, the whispers, the fear. It all pressed down on them. He held Mira's hand firmly and declared, She's the woman I love. Human or not, she is mine. But the town was not satisfied. Fear had already taken root. By evening, men gathered at Derrick's door with torches. Send her away, they demanded. She will bring curses on us. Derrick's mother wept, pulling at her son's sleeve. My son, think carefully. Love is strong, but fear can kill. Derrick stood in the doorway, shielding Mira behind him. If you want her gone, you'll have to go through me. The men hesitated. They knew Derrick's stubbornness, but they also knew the sea storms had worsened since Mira's arrival. Finally, Mira whispered, Derrick, maybe they're right. Maybe I should go. No, Derrick said fiercely. Not while I breathe. With no peace in town, Derrick and Mira moved to a small hut near the coast. It was quiet, away from judgmental eyes, but loneliness hung heavy. Sometimes Mira would sit by the waves, her tail slipping out in the moonlight, singing softly. Derrick would listen, his heart aching at the beauty and sadness in her voice. Do you regret choosing me? He asked one night. Mira touched his cheek gently. Every day is hard, but no, Derrick, you are my choice. And for that moment, love felt stronger than fear. One midnight, the ocean stirred. The same glowing-eyed messenger from the deep rose from the waves. You defy us still, Mira? The messenger boomed. Your love with this human is forbidden. Return, or face punishment. Mira trembled. I will not leave him. The messenger's eyes narrowed. Then let him prove himself once more. The sea will not accept a weak man beside one of its daughters. And with that, the messenger vanished into the waves. Derrick's jaw tightened. Let them test me again. This time I won't just survive. I'll win. Knowing another trial was coming, Derrick began training. He swam daily, pushing his body beyond its limits. Mira taught him how to hold his breath longer, how to move with the currents instead of against them. One morning, Mira teased, You swim like a struggling goat. Derrick laughed, coughing seawater. And yet you still love me. Their laughter echoed over the waves. Even in hardship, they found joy. At last, the ocean called again. Mira and Derrick swam deep into the heart of the sea, where glowing corals lit the waters. There, the council of merfolk awaited. Noble, stern, their eyes like polished pearls. The leader spoke, his voice like rolling thunder. Human, why do you seek to bind yourself to one not of your kind? Derrick's voice was steady. Because love is not bound by land or sea. She is my heart. The council murmured. Few humans had ever spoken so boldly beneath the waves. The council decreed a trial. Derrick must swim through the labyrinth of tides, a twisting maze of currents and shadows, while Mira was forbidden to help. Mira clutched his hand before he began. Please don't give up. If you die, my heart dies too. Derrick smiled weakly. Then I'll find my way back. For both of us. He dove into the labyrinth, currents dragging him, shadows of sea beasts lurking. Fear gnawed at him, but Mira's face gave him strength. Hours passed. Mira trembled as she waited. The council watched silently. Just when hope dimmed, Derrick emerged, battered, breathless, but alive. "I told you," he gasped, collapsing into Mira's arms. "I'll always find my way back." For the first time, the council softened. The leader nodded slowly. Perhaps, love truly binds beyond form. But not all merfolk agreed. Some whispered, "This human will bring ruin." Now accepted partially by the council, Mira faced a new dilemma. Live fully beneath the sea with Derrick at her side, or return to land and leave the ocean forever. Derrick struggled with the thought of abandoning his home, his family, his dreams. Mira, too, loved both worlds. "How can we belong to both?" she asked tearfully. "By building a bridge no one else has built," Derrick whispered. Meanwhile, Cynthia's jealousy burned hotter. Furious that the council had not taken Mira away, she hatched a wicked plan. She lured townsfolk to the shore, convincing them that Mira's presence caused the storms and sickness among fishermen. "They'll kill her if they find her," Derrick realized, rage boiling in his chest. But Mira only sighed. "I cannot fight hate with hate. Only love can win this." One fateful night, Cynthia led an angry mob to the shore. "There she is!" she cried. "The sea witch who cursed us all?" Mira stepped forward calmly, her tail shimmering as the waves touched her feet. Gasps filled the air. Some screamed in fear, others fell to their knees in awe. Then Derrick spoke, his voice firm. "She is no curse. She is my love. Have you seen me change? I was once a man who chased every girl. Now I am faithful, whole, and strong because of her." His words silenced the crowd. For the first time, they saw not a monster, but a woman who had changed a man's life. The sea calmed. The mob lowered their torches. Cynthia, furious, tried to scream again, but no one listened. Her hatred crumbled into loneliness as people turned away from her lies. Slowly, both land and sea began to accept Derrick and Mira's love. The Council of Merfolk blessed their union, allowing Mira to live between both worlds, human on land, mermaid in the sea. At last, Derrick and Mira were wed. The ceremony was unlike any other, half by the shore, half beneath the waves. Humans and merfolk gathered, watching in awe as love bound what nature had once kept apart. Derrick kissed Mira, his heart full. "I chased every girl once, but none could catch me, until you, and I never want to be free." Mira smiled, her eyes glistening like the sea. "And I will love you through waves and storms, forever." The ocean roared in blessing, the sun shone over Lutana, and the legend of the man who married a mermaid became a story of true love told for generations. Sometimes the heart finds love where the world says it's impossible. And when it does, nothing, land nor sea, can break it. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel for more heartfelt stories like this. Don't forget to tell us your thoughts in the comments section. See you soon.